Hello everybody, this is George with Melnick's Automotive. Today I would like to show you how to top off transmission fluid on a 2021 Acura RDX. This procedure should work on a 2019 through 2022, possibly newer models if Acura doesn't change anything in 2023. The reason we're doing it on this new car, it's only got 9,000 miles, but it wasn't an accident and got new transmission. We lost some fluid, so we definitely have to top it off before we drive this car. I do have another vehicle sitting right next to a side, next to this one. It's identical vehicle, so I'll be able to show you where the fill, where the ATF level plug is, and I'll explain the procedure, how it works. So first of all, always use genuine transmission fluid. Never use anything from AutoZone or Walmart or Costco, whatever. Always try to buy the fluid that your vehicle needs, because people putting aftermarket stuff and then they complain about jottering. Prior changing the fluid, it was transmission shifted perfect. After changing transmission fluid, they have issues like jottering and all kinds of stuff like that. So very recommended using genuine stuff. It's not much more money, but it will last you longer. So here's what the service manual says. You want to start the vehicle and run the vehicle till you hear cooling fan kick on twice, so it cycles 2 times. So if it's really cold, if you're working outside, it's very cold, it's going to take a lot longer. But if you're working in a garage and let's say if you went for a drive and came back home, the engine's going to be hot, transmission's going to be hot, so you're going to reach the temperature a lot faster. So in my case, the vehicle has been idling for about 20-25 minutes, so I already reached the temperature. But as it's not running now, just sitting waiting while I'm doing this video, I'm gonna have to run it again to just to make sure I get to the right temperature. So I have a vehicle sitting next to this one, and I'll show you where the fill plug and where the ATF level plug is. Okay, so this is identical vehicle, but it's missing radiators. It's a perfect scenario for me, and because the radiators are here, it would be very difficult to get my camera. But right here, it's a 17 mil. This is your fill plug, and this is a 12 mil ATF level right here. And on the transmission, it actually says what ATF fluid you should be using. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start my car and let it run till I hear the fan kick on twice. But just before I do that, I want to show you the little pump that I'll be using. This pump is available like in AutoZone. It's available on Amazon, and I'll see if I get a chance, I'll put a description. What it does, you take the cork off, it just screws right over your quart, and as you pump, it will transfer fluid into the transmission. You could use something like a funnel with a long hose, but then you would have to snake the hose through and get it in there. It's kind of difficult. Plus you got your radiator, cooling fans. It's very uncomfortable. But what I'll be doing, I'll be going from the bottom, I'll put it in, and I'll pump it. So that's very awesome pump to have. And like I said, I've been using this kind of pump. It's about 10 bucks or 12 bucks. When you're changing differential fluid, very nice pump to use. Once you drain the fluid, you just use a pump just like this to pump your fluid into rear diff or front diff, doesn't matter. Transfer case, this is the way to go. So I'm gonna get the car running. Okay, so I got my vehicle up to the temperature. I heard my cooling fan kick in 2 times. It kicked on, ran, then turned off, and then kicked on again, ran and turned off. So I know I'm to a perfect temperature. Next, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and run it through the gears. And this is what the procedure says. It says to put it in reverse and to wait a few seconds. Then put it in neutral, wait a few seconds. We'll put it in drive, and then we'll wait a few seconds. And then when you hit drive one more time, it's going to go to sport mode. You hit drive one more time, and then on your cluster, see it changes to sport. We're going to wait for a few seconds, and then you're going to use your pedal shifters to cycle the gears. You're going to use the one on the right first. It's going to go to manual 2, and we're going to run it for a few seconds, and then I'm going to use the one on the left, manual 1. We'll run it for a few seconds, and then you go back to drive, neutral, reverse, park, and you're gonna turn off the car. All right, I'm gonna go outside and lift the vehicle up and check if we're good on the level. All right, so this is what the transmission looks like underneath the car. So if you're just topping it off, then you don't need to worry about this plug. This is your drain plug. So if you're doing drain and fill, you got to take this out first, and you use 1/2 inch driver. You put it in there and you loosen it up and you take it out, and the old fluid will come out of here. And then you need to wipe the magnet, and when you put it back, don't forget to use a new crush washer. All right, but in our case, we're not going there. So right now, as you could see, I'm trying to do my best here. I'm using my phone. So this is our ATF 12 mil level. So once I take this out, I should have very gentle drip, or it might start spilling, but it can't be gushing. If it's gushing out of here, it's too much. You want to wait till it starts dripping. This is your little catch pan, and then I also put a can on the bottom right there, just in case anything falls. So if there's not enough, then we need to take 17 mil out, and we need to pump some more fluid in there. So let's see what happens. Once I take this out, I should get something coming out. As you guys could see, it's gently dripping. So my fluid level is perfectly fine. So that's how you check it. You want to put it back, and that's a new crush washer. But if you use your, once you take it out, that crush washer is garbage. You want to use a new crush washer. So if I didn't get anything there, then I would have to put more fluid in. But since it's dripping like that, that's a perfect ATF level. Once again, thanks for watching. This was George with Melnick's Automotive. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. Don't try to call me. I wouldn't be able to pick up the phone because a lot of people search me online. They call me, and I just can't take all the calls because I get a lot of calls a day, not including my local customers that call and come in. So once again, thanks for watching. This was George with Melnick's Automotive.